In today's video, I thought it would be fun to talk about 10 things you should probably know about Scottsdale. I was just reading some articles and looking back at some history, and I thought it would be kind of fun just to do a video about this. So let's go right off the bat to number one. Hi, my name is Michael Smith. I'm a real estate agent in the greater Phoenix area, Paradise Valley, and Scottsdale. I thought it'd be fun today to just put together a little video and talk about what 10 things that you may or may not know about Scottsdale. So let's go ahead and hit them off. Here's number one. How did Scottsdale get its name? There was a gentleman that owned a lot of property, around 650 acres in Scottsdale, and it was mostly citrus groves, and they refer to Scottsdale as Orangedale. In a newspaper article referencing Mr. Scott living next to the orange groves, they combined the name Orangedale with Scott, and it ended up Scottsdale, and the name stuck. So today we are now Scottsdale. Number two on the list is DC Ranch. DC Ranch was actually a cattle ranch back in the 1900s, owned by a gentleman named E.O. Brown. Number three, World War II changed Scottsdale forever. Back during World War II, they were looking for a place to train pilots. They didn't want to be on the coast in California in case there was an invasion in California, so they moved them inland and over to Arizona. And the Thunderbird II airport is now called Scottsdale Airport. Number four, where did we get the name Scottsdale or Snobsdale? Well, I can tell you, I do hear people reference that all the time. I don't think it's fair. Scottsdale has different areas. In North Scottsdale, it's much more expensive than South Scottsdale. South Scottsdale was always known as working class Scottsdale. But in general, some of the other suburbs used to reference the expensive properties and the people that lived in them as snobs, therefore the name Snobsdale. I don't know how people really feel about it right now. I've never really felt that way. There's always pretentious people everywhere you go. Any suburb, any city. Number five, Scottsdale has been referenced as the Miami of the West Coast. Why would that be? The vibrant nightlife and all the bars. 40,000 people weekly attend these bars, and therefore we were referenced, I believe it was the New York Post or the New York Times, as Miami of the West. Number six, this one cracks me up. Scottsdale is cold in the winter. People come here all the time thinking they're going to Florida. They hear about our 110 degrees in the summer, and when they come here, they think they're going to be able to go swimming all winter long. We always laugh at people that say, hey, I want to go swimming today. And most of the pools aren't heated unless you're going to a resort. People that live here look at the people jumping in the pools thinking they're nuts because the water is probably 70 degrees. But many people do it during January through March. March would be the warmest month. But the one thing here, even at 110, when you get out, it's dry. So the water evaporates off your body and you're freezing cold. Yes, at 110, you can get out of your pool and be cold. But anyway, I get a kick out of it. I'm out golfing and I meet people and they come here and they're like, I want to go swimming today. And the pools are really cold. People come here thinking it's warm in the winter. It gets down as low as 30 in December and January, and that's cold, but it will get up to probably the 60s during the day, and it's mostly sunny every day. So that's something that I just crack up about all the time when I hear people go, I want to go swimming in the middle of the winter, or how cold it is when they get here. And some people end up moving to Florida because they can't handle it. Number seven on our list, Scottsdale is known as a second home city. Scottsdale has a large number of residents that are only here part-time. That's one thing that keeps Scottsdale property values actually up, is the fact that the market is not active all the time. For the snowbirds, when they're here only part-time, that's when they're active with buying homes, selling homes, and doing other things. The rest of the year in the summer, they're not here. So it's just a different place to live where you don't have a lot of activity in all the bars and restaurants and everything during the summer, and that's one thing I love about it. When there's not as many people here, you can get into any restaurant, on any golf course, and there's just a lot more ease of living during the summer when there's not as many residents. Number eight, Scottsdale's a spring training destination. You have the Diamondbacks, the Colorado Rockies, and the San Francisco Giants. So you have some great baseball here during the winter. The advantage for people is, let's say you live in San Francisco, you can come over here, get a room at a nice resort, bring the family, and buy tickets for so much less than you can over in San Francisco and make a vacation out of it. So even if you spent the same amount of money, you could get into full-time sunshine, go to games, and get a luxury resort and have a great little vacation out of it versus just going to the ball game if you live back in San Francisco full-time. So Arizona in general is a real big spring training place to visit. Number 9, Scottsdale is big on the arts. Scottsdale has over 100 galleries and has been referenced before as one of the best gallery cities in the West Coast. There's a lot of Southwestern art, but there's also a lot of contemporary art and all other types of art. So definitely Scottsdale is a must-see when you come. So the Arts District is definitely a must-see when you're visiting Scottsdale. And number 10, and not to be missed, Scottsdale has some of the best luxury resorts and spas in the United States. Scottsdale is a destination to come for a weekend of spa, enjoyment, relaxation, and there's so much more to do while you're staying there. You can go hiking, golfing, shopping. Scottsdale has pretty much everything you'd ever want. So anyway, I just thought I'd put together this little list, something fun. We appreciate you tuning into the channel today. Take a look at our playlist to see all our other videos. We have tips for buyers, we have tips for sellers, we have for sale by owner tips. We also have market reports. We do those every week. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day.